I already filmed an intro for this and made this whole thing, but I have to come in here ahead of time and just warn you. This video is going to change your life. And I'm not talking in a bad way. I'm talking there are 3 meatloaf burritos sitting here right now. Yeah, the title was correct. The thumbnail's not a lie. These are actual meatloaf burritos. Holy crap. Watch the video. Have you seen the Trice Meatloaf's video that I did about the 3 different kinds of meatloafs and how you can please even the pickiest eater with this wonderful recipe? You know, we had some leftovers. And what do you do with leftover meatloaf? You turn it into a sandwich. What do I do with sandwiches around here? I turn them into burritos. That's right, folks. That was not a mistake. That was not a joke. And the thumbnail is real. The meatloaf burritos. 3 of them. 3 meatloaf burritos. We've got the meatloaf a la casalinga, the Italian style right here. We're doing that with a bunch of fun stuff. We've got a chorizo, Tex-Mexy sort of meatloaf right there. That's the one I'm personally looking forward to. And we've got a country bacon wrapped meatloaf right there. Just a simple old country meatloaf that your grandma would have made. And that, well, it's got to have tots. So we are going to make 3 amazing burritos, and I am excited about this. You don't have any time to waste. I don't have any time to waste. So let's not waste any more time. Funny how that works. Okay, I'm going to start with our country meatloaf. Now this is about a half a pound of meatloaf sitting here. A half a pound. I don't think I'm going to use all that. So I have a knife and a cutting board. And a board on top of my board because I'm going to be putting tortillas down here and I don't need the mess. So we are just going to take our meatloaf and gently chop this up a little bit. That looks like it's probably the correct amount. As you can see, it's nice and steamy. It's hot. We've reheated this. You can do that many different ways. You can stick it in the oven. You can stick it in the microwave. You can stick it in your frying pan and do that with it if you want to. Fried meatloaf is one of the greatest things ever. If you're making an actual meatloaf sandwich, please put this in the frying pan with some cheese on it, and then it gets crispy and wonderful and delicious. But that right there is going to be our meatloaf. I'm going to grab my tortilla, which is still staying warm over here on my comal, which is just a fancy word for big 14-inch skillet thingy, flat. Anyways, I'm going to grab that now. Hold on. Ooh, nice and soft. Finally, I got this nice and soft. We are going to do this the long way because this tortilla seems to be a bit football-y shape. I'm going with it. Now, what is going to go into our country meatloaf burrito? I am really glad you asked. Basically, I'm kind of pulling out stops here and going a little crazy. You can do a lot of different things. I'm going to put gravy in this, but feel free to put ketchup or mustard or mayonnaise. If you don't want gravy, I'm putting gravy in a burrito. I know the burrito police will be here in a minute, but hopefully we can just video finished before I'm slapped in cuffs and thrown into the burrito wagon. I don't know what the burrito police drive, to be honest with you. Didn't think that far through. But if we're doing our country meatloaf here, we gotta have tots, we gotta have some American cheese. I've got some of these French's fried onions here that I basically just put in the pan and crispied them up real quick. It's somewhere here, I think. You can see that. This is not the craziest thing we have. Oh, I got crazier. But basically, this is what we got. I am going to put our meatloaf down here like so. We'll see how much we end up using. Again, this is about a half a pound, little more maybe, something like that. We got beautiful bacon wrapped. It's glazed. If you haven't seen the Trice Meatloafs episode, you gotta go and check that out right now because these are epic meatloafs. They really are. Okay, so we're using that much. That is the correct amount for that. I'm going to set this off to the side because this is my entire kitchen. I can almost touch the cabinet doors on either side if I open those. I can't do that right now because I dislocated my shoulder again. I went back and I checked, and last year on this day, well, yesterday, I actually dislocated my shoulder then too. That's pretty dang funny. Okay, we have our crispy onions going down. Oh yeah, we have crispy onions. You gotta have crispy onions. We've got tots. But you know what I'm going to put down first? Because everything here is so steaming hot, I'm putting down American cheese because, yes, American cheese. We're going to grill these too, so this will get a little extra heat in it to help melt this off. If you don't do that, then your cheese won't melt, and that's a shame. All right. This is El Nutso. I'm putting the tots on either side here, basically. If you want to stick a few in your meatloaf, that's probably a fantastic idea. Just kind of stuff them in there. The great thing about tots in a burrito is they stay crispy. If you use fries or potatoes or anything else like that, it doesn't tend to stay crispy. So, tots are about the ultimate thing. Now, if it's super wet, like if you put gravy on it, like something like that, well, then you might not get as crispy as you'd maybe like. You know what, I'm going to put the cheese on after the gravy. The cheese is sitting here. It's getting nice and soft because our meatloaf is nice and hot. Oh, I'm ladling gravy in this thing. Oh, yeah, I am. That's the weirdest friggin' thing I've ever done. I have not made this in advance. I don't know what this is going to taste like. We're going to find that out together. You're going to have to stay tuned to watch that part because I'm cuckoo. All right, now we're putting this back down. Oh, it's nice and melty and wonderful. And let me make sure I'm not forgetting anything else that's supposed to go in this. Nope, we've got it all. Let's bring up our sides. Now, if you taper this in a little bit, so it's a little narrower in the front than in the back, this folds up really nicely. But yeah, basically just get in here, give it a tuck, give it a roll. Country meatloaf burrito. The ends unfolded on me slightly. I'm going to put this in the pan and get this crispy while we are working on the next one, and then we'll have all of them sitting here. We'll do the big reveal at the end together. You guys stick around. I'm cheating. Meatloaf burrito number 2. Dose, if you will. Douce, and any other words that it applies in different languages. This is going to be fun. Basically, meatloaf a la Casalinga, it's right here, is a version of a meatball in a meatloaf. Casalinga just means like grandma's house, rustic, that sort of thing. We have a half a pound of meatloaf. Again, it looks a little bit smaller because it doesn't have bacon all over it, but we're just going to chop this up about like that. That's probably, no, I'm gonna go one more, a little bit. Okay, that is looking lovely and delicious and amazing. Now, this one's made a little bit differently because it is Italian style. We still have our 12-inch tortilla that just came off of the comal. We have marinara sauce. This is just a jarred marinara sauce because, man, it's a lot of work. And if you like Patsy's, even Newman's own is pretty good marinara sauce. So I tend to go with that. If I don't have time to make my own, it's really easy to make a marinara sauce. But we're already making meatloafs and burritos, so come on. Give me a break. A little slack, a little slack. Okay, so let's put our meatloaf down. Oh yeah, that looks amazing. I'm gonna slide this guy onto here because we only have one meatloaf left. You're excited. We got a little bit more room here. This is a really, really small kitchen. Okay, we're going in with our potatoes. Now these are our garlic parm new potatoes. Hopefully you saw that. You haven't seen that. Oh, that's right, because you haven't seen that video yet. Oh, man. Okay, there's a video for my garlic parm new potatoes. I'll put the link up here. There should be a thumbnail-ish thing here, a picture of it. These are a wonderful side dish for anything Italian-y because they have that wonderful amount of crispy parm on them and the garlic and the butter and everything. They are super delicious and awesome, and I love them. And I forgot my spatulas up there. Hold on. All right, you should put those on there, and maybe I have a thing of them cooking here while I'm talking and doing this. I have a pepperoncini, which is all diced up right here. This is going to give it some really nice wonderfulness to it. Oh, that's going to be delicious. Are you thinking that needs a little bit more marinara? It might. I'm going to get more marinara. Doesn't cost extra. Marinara is nice and hot. Use it. Boom. There we go. All right. Now we got provolone cheese. All right, I'm going to put down as much provolone cheese here as I can manage to get away with. That looks like about it. That's going to melt in nicely, especially when we start grilling this burrito down. Now we're going to roll this guy again. I didn't forget anything. Double checking. Okay, good. I forget stuff. Oh, I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible because I tend to, if you've seen the meatloaf videos, you know that thing's what, like 3 days long? Oh my God. All right, so I'm trying to do this a little faster, but I don't really know how to do that besides talking faster, and I realize that's really annoying, but this is going to go in the pan. The corner's opened up. I don't have time to fix the corners because we'll try to do this quick. I'm going to put this in the pan, get this grilled up next to the other one, and we're going to make our final meatloaf burrito because it's Trace Meatloaf's Burritos time. Okay, hold on. All right, everybody. It's the moment we've been all been waiting for. What is he going to do with a chorizo meatloaf in a burrito? Because this is where it gets funky, right? Okay, so we're going to chop this up like we did with the other ones. Just peel off a bit of this here. Just a smidgy poo, right? Okay, that's going down in a second. Sauce in this. Okay, I have, let me see which one's which. Okay, this is my red enchilada sauce right here. This is my Guillermo's taco sauce. I'm putting both of those in there. The red enchilada sauce is going to go down first as my base. I put it in here because it's easier. I make, basically a can of that Hatch enchilada sauce. And that works out pretty well. It fits in there perfectly. And then I have enchilada sauce whenever I need it on demand. Now we have some Mexican rice here. This is wonderful and delicious. You've seen that video, haven't you? Oh, that's right. YouTube pulled it down. I don't know why. Maybe it was too honest. Maybe it was too good. And people were like, no, the world can't know about rice that good. So I've been working on trying to get it put back up. If I could figure out why it got pulled down, it would help a lot. But YouTube don't do that. That's not how they work. So we are working on it. I'm putting down my meatloaf on top of my bed of my Mexican rice here. This is awesome. I'm putting a little more down. Yeah. Oh, that's looking pretty good right there. Now, come on. Pickled jalapenos. Got it, right? I just chop these up a little bit so that you get more disbursement through there. It's evenly distributed because distributing is very important. So that is that going down. Now, I'm going with Guillermo's. Woo! Okay, we're going down with Guillermo's now. This is a fairly, it's not overly spicy, but it has chili de árbol in it, which is that chili that makes your tongue numb. And it's chipotle and other things. It's delicious. It's not commercially available yet, but I'm working on it. Hopefully I'll have it for sale soon. If you're confused in who Guillermo is, my name's Bill. Guillermo, Bill. I had an uncle who was from Mexico, and when I was a kid, he always called me Mimo, and I didn't know why, and it was because of Guillermo. So if I'm making taco sauce, I'm not calling it Bill's taco sauce, am I? No, come on. All right, we have cotija cheese. If you want to use queso fresco here, feel free to do that. Queso fresco is very plain, it's fresh cheese. Cotija is like a feta sort of thing where it's very funky. Oh, it's funky. So we're putting that in here, and if you're having Trace Meatloaf's burritos, you have to have, Trace quesos. So I have the the cotija. I have some Monterey Jack. You can use Chihuahua or Oaxaca cheese, whatever you happen to have on hand. Just a nice mild white cheese that melts nicely, and some cheddar because cheddar is mo better. I use that joke every chance I can. Sue me. We're just gonna roll this sucker up because it is getting colder by the second, and we don't need that. No, we don't. All right, that. Right there is one pointy burrito, and I know I'm going to get hate in the comments for that one. So I'm going to come back and fix that. Okay, less pointy burrito. Don't look at this end. Paying no attention to that end whatsoever. This is going to get grilled. I'm going to be back here in 2 seconds, clean it up slightly, and then we're going to see how these things taste and what they look like. Hold on. All right, here we are, moment of truth. We're all about to find out what these taste like because we want to know. We got to know. So I'm cutting into this one first. As I'm remembering the order I did these in, this will be our country right here. Country meatloaf with bacon and tots and other deliciousness. And what do you know? I remembered which one it is. Oh yeah, she looks beautiful. She looks amazing. Got gravy in it. Gravy. Brown gravy. Come on, we're going in. Oh my God. Yeah. Things you could never put on a sandwich because it would just fall out. That's the beautiful thing about a burrito. I know technically it's a wrap, but come on. Do I look like a guy who eats wraps? No, I eat burritos. And that is a burrito. I don't care who you are or what you say. Well, all right, there's a burrito, and it's a damn fine burrito. That gravy, it's what you always wanted on a meatloaf sandwich. If you can't get it on a meatloaf sandwich because it tends to just come off the sides and everything. But that is how you do it. You need to be making meatloaf burritos. Apparently, meatloaf sandwiches are out. Burritos are in. All right, we're going for our meatloaf a la casalinga burrito. Why am I yelling? I don't know. I have burrito head or something. My ears are ringing from all this darn eating. Oh, yeah. We got marinara. We've got our garlic parm new potatoes. We've got all the beautifulness. There's pepperoncinis in here. That's going to give it a nice kick to it. The meatloaf is made like a meatball, so this should be friggin' amazing, but we are about to find out together. I'm going in. Okay, that one's better than that one. And I thought that was about the best meatloaf thing I'd ever had. Oh, yeah, the marinara is so good. Oh, yeah. That's all I have to say about that. Okay, we're going in for the Tex-Mexy Chorizo Chipotle Meatloaf Burrito. This one is the one we pulled out all the stops on. We've got rice, we've got cheese, we've got diced jalapenos in there. 3 kinds of cheese. It's loaded with red enchilada sauce and taco sauce. I think this is going to be the best one. But there's only one way to find out. Yeah, I'm going in. All right, I need a nap. Oh my God. Now, which one of these is my favorite? They really are quite different from each other. I don't recommend making all 3 of them at once because I can't eat 3 burritos. Luckily, I have help with that. So, I have to eat 1.5 burritos because I already took a bite of those. But which one's my favorite? You're not going to let that one go, are you? I really got to answer that question? Okay. That is spicy and delicious and amazing and incredible. And it doesn't taste like meatloaf per se because it is spicy. It tastes like you're eating chorizo because that's a pretty spicy meatloaf. And we added a lot of stuff to it to make it even spicier. So, that is friggin' amazing, but it's like eating a chorizo burrito. It really is, pretty much. It doesn't remind me of meatloaf. It's friggin' delicious, though. The marinara sauce, the meatball meatloaf, that's hard to beat. That is really, really hard to beat. That's special. It tastes like a meatball. It doesn't really taste like meatloaf. That is straight up 100% meatloaf. That is amazing. The tots in there, the crispy onions, the American cheese. Why does American cheese work in a burrito like that? I don't know. The gravy? That's the dumbest thing I ever invented. That's the greatest thing I ever came up with, this gravy burrito. Which one is my favorite? Well, I definitely think it's the... and I'll put in some weird edit thing there just so that I don't have to answer that question, because I love them all so much. And you will too when you go ahead and make these things. I'm trying not to do the like used car salesman. For this low price, you're going to get 3 burritos. No, I don't want to be that guy. But you really going to make this. And enthusiasm sells videos. Woo! Something like that is what they say. I don't know. I'm going to stop talking because I have a lot of eating to do, and there's someone waiting for this, so I'm about to get a bum rush from the back. If I don't end this video soon and say thank you so much for watching, do all these things if you feel like it. I know I always forget to say this stuff, so now I have the shirt. It reminds you of all the fun things that you can do. If you like videos like this, always leave me a comment. Give me suggestions. If you know what video you want to see me do, then tell me what it is. I'm always game for suggestions because it's easier to use your ideas than come up with my own. Although this is a pretty good one I came up with, I gotta say. I'm a little proud of myself. So leave me those comments. If you hate me and think I talk too much and have suggestions for how I could be better, please leave those comments as well, because I know I can be better. But I am still me at the end of the day. And I talk too much, I talk too fast, and I say stupid jokes. If you want to see more of that, then I will see you on the next video. Until then, have a good one. Bye.